Yeah! So, Sephiroth was introduced into Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. As the trailer said, he descends into Smash. And I was pretty hyped for it. I had an audio problem, so I had to get rid of it. But my reaction is still hilarious. I think I handled it pretty well. So, with that in mind, with my voice practically gone after that hilarious scream that you guys probably didn't hear, I'm sorry, I decided to bring my hype levels down a tad and bring in a friend who plays Smash just probably as much as I do. And we decided to just talk about it, just talk about our hype, talk about his inclusion, and pretty much just what he can bring to the table. We're not gonna have a long discussion. We're not gonna analyze all of his moves or anything like that, but we just want to give our general take on what Sephiroth can do or what he can bring to Smash, other than a very, very long sword. So with me, I have my friend Jacob, and well, go ahead and introduce yourself.
Yes. Oh, my name is Jacob. I do various videos on YouTube, as well as artwork on both DeviantArt and Tumblr, and a Twitter account that really doesn't do a whole lot of much.
Well, you sound like me. My question to you is, what is your initial thoughts on Sephiroth and his inclusion into Smash Ultimate?
In a way, I'd have to say it's both surprising and not surprising. Not surprising in the sense that it makes sense that with Cloud already in the game, they would bring in Sephiroth due to his enormous personality and the obvious juxtaposition of the good guy and the bad guy.
Right.
But in the surprising factor that he got in over a different Final Fantasy character like Lightning, Zidane, Squall. It's got no one can't say that the Final Fantasy series doesn't have a plethora of good guys to choose from.
That's true. That's true.
So to see one of the bad guys get in before another of the leads is kind of surprising.
Personally, I am glad that it was Sephiroth instead of any of the other ones you named, because Cloud he was chosen because he was the as Neptune would say, the protagonist of protagonists when it comes to Final Fantasy in general. If you mention the name Final Fantasy, the first name that comes up is Cloud Strife. That is pretty much how that is. Some people might say Squall, but even still, that person would say, "Oh yeah, and Cloud." He's just synonymous with Final Fantasy as well as JRPGs in the West in general. So the only thing that kind of threw me off with Cloud being in Smash was that he didn't have a whole lot coming with him. He had no music. Well, he had 2 tracks, but that's really no music compared to someone like Terry Bogard, who brought his entire collection of SNK tracks with him.
Right.
And and of course he had that one stage, which is pretty nice. But but like you said, as far as villains go, you have Donkey Kong, K. Rool. You have Banjo. Well, actually, no, you don't have a villain for Banjo. Actually, I'm sorry.
No, I don't.
No,
I
you
think
have
Killed is in the game.
right. No. I'm sorry. I was just thinking Rare. But you have Donkey Kong. You have K. Rool. You have Mario. You have Bowser. You have Zelda, Link. You have Ganondorf. You have I think that's pretty much it for villain. No, you have Samus. You got Ridley. There was always there's always the protagonist, the antagonist. So,
I'd almost want to say Pit and Dark Pit, but Dark Pit's more kind of the
anti-hero.
kind of good guy type.
Yeah, he's the anti-hero emo.
Oh, and Samus and Dark Samus too.
Yeah, that's true. But you would consider more Ridley the rival to Samus rather than Dark Samus itself.
True.
What would you call
Very true.
it? But Yeah, the fact that Sephiroth got in just off of the fact that it was protagonist antagonist, and not only that, he is probably one of the biggest antagonists in history. He is just like he says in the games, in the movie, in the trailer for Smash. I will never be a memory. He is
Nope.
there. He followed Cloud all the way to Smash Ultimate. It, it's wonderful. It is very wonderful.
Hmm.
Now, about his trailer, I had a lot of fun looking at that. I saw a lot of his moves. I saw the fact that it looks like he gets one wing after a certain amount of damage. So I'm thinking that's something similar to like Joker and Arsene, or maybe Terry Bogard and the Ghost Sauce, where he takes a
Right.
certain amount of damage, he's able to unlock his potential. So I'm thinking it's something like that. But like I said, I didn't want to get into whole speculation and all. But the fact that they included the wing as a mechanic is going to be nice. Uh,
Yep.
his sword is stupid long. It is stupid long. I mean, think about it. How many zoners do we really have in this game? Not projectiles, just zoners. We've got, with Sephiroth added in, now we have Min Min, we have Byleth, we have Simon, the Belmonts. We,
Yep.
so many characters just know how to poke you from that distance, and now you have Sephiroth literally doing the same thing.
Yeah.
And a lot of his moves just they have this just lag in some of them, so it looks like they might actually be very powerful. But
More than likely, he is final boss material after all.
yes, he is. And his, I'm not even gonna say his final smash, Cloud's final smash. You noticed it said version 2, right?
Nope.
I thought it was version
I'm sorry.
5.
Was it version 5? I'm sorry. Version 5 for his final slash, Omni Slash. I think that's specific for Sephiroth.
Could be.
That would be very, because I mean there would be no reason for for them to show that. They could just easily show just a regular Omni Slash like they do with every other villain, or every other combatant.
The
But
trouble is, he'd have to use the specific Advent Children costume for that, wouldn't it? Because that's the only one that uses a sword that he used that move with.
maybe, but that would be very specific.
Indeed.
I don't know, cause I mean, well, that's wow. That's something we would just have to try out on release, which is in this month, by the way. The release is gonna be in December this year, so we're gonna be getting our hands on Sephiroth very soon. So, anything about the trailer that kind of stood out to you? Anything funny? Anything that just caught your eye?
Well, I suppose we should get the obvious one out of the way, since the internet seems to have made yet another meme about it. You know that scene where it looks like he's ran Mario through the shoulder, and then he's
Yes.
just hanging on the overalls and flings him aside.
Yeah, a lot of people. I looked at a couple of people's reactions for the trailer, and nobody really noticed the fact that he just tossed Mario aside. he just Cloud. They just noticed that Cloud and Sephiroth were fighting, and all of that action was going on. And you didn't see Mario just kind of almost casually just get flown away. But I did notice that. Think about it. He caught Mario by his overalls. He did the down air in front of by Zelda's feet. He was doing a whole lot of references that I will not say for spoilers of a nearly 20-year old game. But in general, I honestly believe that Sephiroth was just playing with his food. He was just playing with his food.
That's an accurate way to phrase it.
But when you said he quote unquote impaled Mario, that scene came from Advent Children, the movie.
Right.
Also, when he declares that he's going to give Smash despair, that's also basically the same line from Advent Children with the same effect as he has his hand in the air, bringing in the dark clouds and everything. They Sakurai knows what the fans want. Man, I looked at the trailer numerous times before I went into work this morning. I looked at the trailer when I got back home. I'm looking at the trailer now. I'm looking at it right now,
Yeah.
and I'm loving it. The thing about having characters introduced into Smash, aside from the trailers, is just how they represent themselves in the game, and they did a very good job with this cat. They did a really good job, and the only thing I want more out of Sephiroth is for him to bring more music from Final Fantasy VII. Please bring more music, because 2 tracks from Cloud is just not gonna cut it. I need
Well,
more.
they're going to bring his theme into it.
They better bring. If they don't bring his theme into it, then that's gonna make a lot of people angry. And I don't
Yes,
think
pretty much
Nintendo
so.
wants to do that.
Well,
But
given the stage that looks like it's going to be taking place, and they'll probably bring in the Genova battle theme as well.
I don't remember the Genova battle thing, to be honest, because I remember I never got through the original, so I don't know what the Genova battle theme is. I only remember the remake from the FF7 remake, how they had a Genova battle then. So I don't really know what the Genova battle music would be. So I'm interested. I'm also actually interested on the term of music, if they would if they would include any remake music in there. I mean, I know they probably can't, but it would be nice if they did. I mean, I would love to have the Hell House music from the remake in Ultimate. That would be great.
It wouldn't surprise me if they brought some in. Try to lure some people into buying some more of the remake as well.
That would be smart. That would be very smart. Sorry for my throat. Also, did you take a look at the stage that? Ooh, stop hitting the mic, man. Did you happen to get a look at the stage that they were fighting on some of the time?
Yeah, that was the Northern Crater, right? Where you fought the final boss
That's
battle.
it. Yes, it is. Only reason why I remember it is because I've seen Maximilian's playthrough numerous times, and by numerous times, not me watching it, him going through it numerous times. It's his favorite game of all time. I'm not surprised. But I do remember that area, and to have the Northern Crater as a stage looks interesting. But it looks more like it would be. It looks more like a redesigned, not Final Destination, Battlefield. It looks like a redesigned Battlefield, but I only got a little glimpse of it before it got back into more of the cinematic and the his attacks and everything.
Keep in mind that area is mostly just one big platform and a bunch of floaty rocks, so unless they include some floaty rocks in there, there's not a whole lot they can do besides shifting the background between the various scenes of the final battle of the original game.
That's true. Or maybe they could, like instead of the platforms that they would have on Battlefield, maybe they could just have the rocks just kind of, you know how poker floats were, how just various platforms would just move in and out of the area. They
Yeah,
could
yeah,
do
I remember
something
that
like
one.
that. They could do something like that with the rocks that would go in, because that would be very similar to the Northern Crater. If anything, it would be more reminiscent of the stages from the Dissidia games. Because when you fight in the Northern Crater, there are lots of platforms that you jump around. So that would be interesting. I mean, they didn't really do too much with background stages anymore. In fact, I don't think they have background stages anymore. Like the Donkey Kong one, the Barrel Blast, I believe it was called, where you could launch yourself into the background and then you could fight back there, and then you could jump back into a barrel, launch yourself into the foreground, and fight some more. I haven't seen anything like that in Ultimate.
Not really. I can't think of any other stages like that either.
Yeah, that was something that I think was just really specific to the 3DS Wii U versions. No, not the 3DS version. I'm sorry, the Wii U version.
Okay.
Trying to think, is there anything else? Let me rewind this beautiful Let me rewind that beautiful beam footage.
I'm surprised I still remember that line.
Actually, a lot of people do.
Huh.
Yeah, this is great. This is great. But yeah, to have his, and he's gonna have two different outfits. One for Advent Children, the other is classic Sephi. So that's gonna be nice. I
Yep.
mean, and just like Cloud, they all have different colors that you could barely tell the difference. It's black green, black blue, black red, black black.
Yeah. I suppose there's only so much you can do changing the color of his look before it just looks off.
Yeah, just completely wrong. I mean, wouldn't it be weird just to have him like just have pink hair, orange hair, blue hair? Like, no, that's just not gonna work.
No.
Oh man, it's just
I mean,
so.
like, Captain Falcon can wear the pink and white. I just can't see it working for him. Pink and
Now,
white on
now,
Sephiroth.
now, now I'm thinking about it. Now I'm thinking about it. Huh? That would be interesting, wouldn't it? But yeah, I think that's pretty much it. I really don't know too. I really can't say too much else. Sakurai is going to have his own little playthrough discussion, his own demonstration. I forgot when. Uh,
The 17th.
the 17th. Thank you. All right. Oh, I might actually have that day off too. But yeah, he'll have his own discussion and demonstration or show off of the character, and I want to know why he. I want to know what reason he has as to why Sephiroth is in the game. I mean, for Men, it was because the producer for ARM said I would like to have Men in Smash,
Right.
and then for Minecraft, money. It's all about the money. That and the fact that Minecraft is a huge game. It's huge.
Yes.
I'm honestly surprised he wasn't in the first pass. So for Sephiroth to be introduced now, I mean, aside from him just being the most iconic villain of pretty much all time, I want to know what reason he has and preferably what he can do. And I'll be definitely looking forward to that. If I have the day off, I'm gonna go ahead and stream it. Hopefully you'll be able to join me. I don't know. Not necessarily on the stream, but perhaps on the Discord.
17th?
17 if you're not working, of course. If
No, they changed my schedule for that week, so I won't be able to make it unless it's late at night for us.
This is Nintendo in Japan.
So probably not.
They slapped us in the face at like 3 o'clock, 2 o'clock in the morning announcements. It's like John comes. It's like, dang it, I wanted to sleep. I wanted to sleep. And then all of a sudden, hey, there's a Smash Brother announcement for the Game Awards. You might want to pay attention. I want to go to sleep. But I will be definitely playing him on Twitch/VonHunter21. Hopefully I'll be able to get my boy Jacob in to play along with me. Maybe we could go online and create an arena where we're just like, come on, everybody, Sephiroth. Let's see what happens. Oh, you want to play as Cloud? Yes. Come here. But overall, my opinion, I think he looks fantastic. His moves look fun. He's probably going to be broken at launch, but I think
Yeah.
he's going to be a lot of fun, and he is a great addition to the roster. How about you, Jacob? Final
Yeah, I
thoughts?
definitely agree with the most part. He looks like definitely looks like it'll be fun and very interesting to play as once you get used to him, see what all his different moves are. I'm kind of hoping maybe this will open the gateway so they can bring in more bad guy representatives for future games. Give
That's
a
a
little
good
more
one.
of a. It is mostly good guys at this point. A little
That's
more
true.
bad guys would be a nice change of pace.
Dr. Eggman. I want Dr. Eggman. Great. Now we're talking about who's going to show up next. All right, I'm going to end this video.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Okay. You guys have yourselves a great night. Stay safe. Wear your mask if you're outside and take care.
思い出にはならないさ。